my bratnas and sisters. I don't know how to say sisters actually in Belter. So, anyway, welcome. This is Brian, the speaker for the dead. I know it's been a while since I've done some videos. I'm going to try and get better at that. It's just figuring out the timing. But I wanted to do a video tonight on the trailer for the Expanse Season 5. Now, I'm a little late to this. Came out a while ago, but I still wanted to do a kind of a viewing and a reaction and to talk to you about what I think about the new season that's going to be coming. For anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge Expanse fan. I've been reading the books. As each season comes out, I go back and then read the book. Just to kind of compare the two, but I've always done it the other way around, where I read the book first and then watched the movie or TV show, and I've always been disappointed and mad at the TV adaptation or the movie adaptation. So I'm trying to do it the other way around and see if I can have a better experience with the Expanse than I had with others. So go ahead and sit back, grab some popcorn, a soft drink, a beer, or whatever it is that you drink and eat, and we're going to watch this trailer for the Expanse. Now, I've altered this a little bit so that Amazon can't freak out and try and block my video. I've inverted it and covered up the logos and stuff like that, and hopefully that'll be enough for them not to be jerks about this, considering I'm giving them more exposure than they otherwise would have gotten. My little teeny channel, realize it's not much, but still, I'm trying to convince people to come watch your show. Maybe don't block the video. Anyway, here we go.
No longer will Belters be persecuted. With this attack, we will show our oppressors a strength they never thought possible. The future of the Belt has begun.
Graphics look good.
Nothing's ever gonna change.
You gotta stop focusing on the end of the world.
You've got a ship of your own, a good crew, someone who loves you and you love. You're not responsible for the world.
Why are you going back to Earth?
I have personal business in Baltimore.
It's Clay Ashford's ship. I never thought I'd actually find it.
We have an OPA informant. This is your son.
I chartered a freighter bound for Palace. I have to go find Philip.
I was always waiting for you to turn up.
This world is messed up. Float to the top or sink to the bottom. Everything in the middle is a churn.
I have information that Minoros intends to attack civilian targets.
I don't know if it's a single huge conspiracy, but someone high up in the chain of command is in on it.
This is not my fight.
Marco has millions of Belters. If we go toe-to-toe with him, we could lose.
You have committed the entire belt to war with the Inners.
They wanted a fight. We'll give them one.
It's time to take the Rossi out for a hunt.
Do your stuff, fly boy.
Accomplish what a century of leaders have promised. He's gonna unite 100 separate factions into one nation.
It's time to let the system know who we are.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's talk about it. I'm going to be honest with you. The first time I watched this trailer, it really mixed reactions. Mainly because I was expecting something different. As I say, I've not read the books first. So I'm coming into this show cold, just as though it were an original creation, like anyone in Hollywood's capable of that. So I'm coming into this blind. And based off season 4 and where it ended, I was expecting kind of much more of a galaxy expanding, kind of a theme, where we find out who are the aliens that killed the builders, what is watching them when they go through the gates, all that stuff they alluded to. Now, there was some stuff that got shown in this trailer that kind of makes me think that is happening in the background. I guess I was surprised at how much it was going to dwell on Marco and Eros and that aspect of things. Like it felt like we really dwelt on the conflict of the Inners and the Belters and the Martians in the first couple of seasons, and then we kind of moved away from that later. And then, especially in the fourth season, it felt like it was the universe was starting to expand, and now it feels like we're pulling back in to those inner little conflicts and stuff, which have always been kind of happening in the background in the show. Don't get me wrong, and please don't go like, you're just bitching about it stuff and you just. Okay, I'm giving you an honest assessment here. Don't come at me with, oh, you just gotta wait till the end of the season. Okay, I realize that's possibly what but I have not read the books. Okay, I don't know what to expect, and I'm not going to ruin this by going to find out beforehand. Which doesn't mean if you've read the books, you're biased and you've ruined it. This just means don't get after me for my perspective when my perspective I've been completely open about. I wanted to see this kind of expand out and go in a different direction, and it feels like they're pulling back. Now that doesn't mean that I'm not going to like it. Doesn't mean that I'm not excited about The Expanse or this next season. Quite honestly, I'm tickled to death that there might be anything new worth watching, because all I watch anymore is old TV shows. I'm going back to the Buck Rogers in the 25th century. I'm going and anime. Seriously, that's all I'm watching, because nothing. Well, I take that back. I am watching The Mandalorian, which I might talk about in a later later video. But this, I can't stand any of the stuff that's been coming out lately. It's all trite, it's all woke, it's all infused with indoctrination and liberal bias and just views and world opinions that I have no interest in whatsoever. I'm not opposed to hearing other people's views or listening to their point of view, but I am opposed to have them constantly shoved down my throat and feel like I'm being mistreated if I don't agree with them heart and soul. I'm probably never going to agree with everybody on everything. And I'm going to be starting to do more political videos on my channel. And if you don't like my political views, that's fine. Don't watch those videos from me. And don't judge me based on just those videos either. I don't judge people solely on their political views. As long as they're reasonable and rational and open to a discussion, hey, let's have a discussion about it. That's kind of why I want to talk about it. It's there's too much going on in the world to not talk about it. And The Expanse is a perfect example of how we're seeing that in our daily lives, because there are a lot of themes happening in The Expanse that are also happening in today's world, that gives us a chance to sit down and go. And that's the great thing about science fiction. It gives us that chance. It gives us that opportunity to sit back and go, all right, we're looking at this from an outsider's perspective using science fiction. How does that look in real life to us? What can we learn from the allegories that they're using and stuff like that? And are they doing the same thing? Because I was kind of frustrated because I went back after the fourth season. I went and bought the book and read the book, and I was irritated with how much they'd changed in the fourth season. If you have read the books and you watched the fourth season, then you know how much they changed. They flipped characters, they gender swapped, they did a bunch of stuff that is not in the books. It didn't need to be in the TV show, and it was the parts of the fourth season that I struggled with the most. After I read the book, I'm like, well, I didn't need to struggle with that. That wasn't even in the book. Why did they have to put anyway? So, but this gives us an opportunity to discuss lots of different things. But I am excited about this. The only thing I'll say I'm not really excited about is the person that they got, the actor that they got to play Marco and Eros. I don't like him. I don't know what it is about him. I don't see him as this leader. He does not come across. I mean, when you saw Anderson Dawes the actor that they got to play him, you can see why they would have picked him, why he would have been a leader. I mean, it wasn't enough that he just acted the part. He had that gravitas that made you feel like, yeah, okay, this guy looks and can act the part. This guy that they've got playing Marco Inaros, I don't believe it. He looks like a snot-nosed kid. In fact, when in the trailer when they show him and his son, I'm like, dude, you look younger than your son. And I'm like, I don't. Anyway, the way he speaks the Belter patois is irritating. It sounds like he's hawking up a thing of phlegm. Oh my God. It's like, you need to, and I mean, do you need to spit? Or, I mean, what is, like, why are you talking as though you've got a glob of mucus in the back of your throat? It sounds awful. Stop it. Like, none of the other Belters sound like that. Why are you the only Belter that sounds like he's got a continual sinus problem? I didn't care for the actor they've got playing it, and so I'm hoping I can get past that and just get over it. But that's the only part. I was excited about everything else I saw. I'm going to miss Klaus Ashford. I did not think I was going to like him as a character when they brought him in, but he really grew on me, and especially in last season, and towards the end of the third, man, he just really, like, I really started to like his character, really started to feel like I was connected to him, and the actor that was doing his character was just absolutely fantastic. But I am excited about this, and hopefully my misgivings will kind of just fade away, and I'll be like, oh, all right, I'm in the, it's hard to, trailers don't always give you the best view of what's actually going to happen throughout the season, because they're trying to hide some of their best stuff. They're not going to show you their best cards right off the bat. They're going to show you enough to whet your appetite, get you in, and then go from there. But anyway, so I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. I'm going to be trying to cover this. I'm hoping that Amazon is smart this time and releases this on a week by week and not on the binge model. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love binging a show as much as anybody, but it draws out that suspense. It draws out the ability for people to talk about it and to do the water cooler thing about a show. When they drop a show and it just one big binge block, I mean, it's like popular for a week and then it's gone. And then you've got to wait for 9 months to a year to get the next season. We're lucky in the fact that COVID didn't really ruin this timeline. It pushed it back, but most of it had already been filmed when COVID hit. So they just had to do most of the post work. The graphics look great in this. It's Amazon, so they got Amazon money. I mean, Jeff Bezos, he could probably build a solar system at this point with the money he's got. So I mean, it's obviously going to look good. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you're excited. If you want to get together to do watch parties and do discussions about each episode as they come out, or depending on what they do is how they drop it. We'll have to kind of cross that bridge when we come to it. But thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me again soon, and we'll talk to you again. Bye now.